I feel deeply aware of the things happening around me, and sometimes I wish I wasn't. Because being aware of everything around you can slowly take the joy out of life. You start noticing things that you probably would have been happier not noticing. You begin to understand people's behavior. You notice the motives behind their actions. You see the underlying message in the things people say. You question everything. You start recognizing patterns everywhere. You notice if someone's behavior or the energy around them changes. You can spot when someone is being fake or inauthentic. You know when something is off, even if you can't explain why. Awareness also makes you feel things more deeply. The good things can feel incredible, but the bad things can hit just as hard. And the problem is that once you start seeing these things, it's difficult to unsee them. You stop simply experiencing life, you start observing it. Instead of being present in a conversation, you're analyzing the conversation. Instead of enjoying something, you're thinking about why you're enjoying it. Instead of just being around people, you're watching them. You're constantly trying to understand what's happening beneath the surface, and the more you learn, the more you realize how much you didn't know. You notice the greed, deception, anger, and selfishness around you. You start to see that life does not always reward the kindest or most moral people. Sometimes the people who seem to come out on top are the ones willing to lie, manipulate, or step on others, and that can weigh heavily on you when all you are trying to do is be a good person, to do the right thing, to move through the world without hurting people. The more you learn, the more complicated everything becomes. At first, knowledge feels empowering, but then you realize how much you still do not know. Awareness does not make you feel like you know everything. It makes you aware of how vast everything is, and how little certainty you really have. The more you know, the heavier it gets. The more you analyze, the harder it is to just be. You become subconscious, this endless loop of overthinking. You can't turn it off, and it's isolating. You see people who aren't as aware, and they seem lighter, happier. They take risks, they act without overthinking, they just live. Meanwhile, you see the world for what it is, and it stings. And when you try to talk about the bigger questions, the spiritual, the philosophical, the things that actually matter, most people are worried about football games, or wherever going for drinks. And you don't blame them, you almost envy them. Ignorance really is bliss. It's hard to feel confident when you're hyper aware of your own flaws. You see the problems in your own life clearly, but seeing them does not always mean you know how to fix them. Sometimes you know exactly what you should do, but you feel too exhausted to do it. Other times, there are so many possible paths that you become paralyzed by choice. You overthink the decision instead of making it. You think about the consequences. You think about what could go wrong. You think about whether there's a better option. And eventually, you haven't moved at all. And the stillness makes the awareness worse. Your mind has more time to overthink, replay, predict, and criticize. It becomes an addictive loop. The more you analyze, the more there is to analyze. The only way to quiet the noise is to stay busy, but even that feels like running. The uncomfortable truth about life is that it tends toward action more than intelligence. You can understand what needs to be done and still never do it, and that's one of the most frustrating things about being aware. You realize that a lot of things you want in life require you to stop thinking and start moving, but sometimes thinking is all you know how to do. I often wish I could go back to a time before I saw everything, before I questioned everything, but I can't, and maybe I don't have to. Here's what I'm learning. The goal isn't to become less aware, it's to stop letting awareness consume you, because the very same mind that makes you miserable can also set you free. Awareness is a gift, but like any gift, it needs to be used wisely. It's not a curse, it's a tool, and tools are meant to be wielded, not carried around like dead weight. So how do we do that? We accept that we can't unsee what we've seen, and that's okay, because seeing the truth, even the ugly parts, means we also get to see the beauty others miss, the kindness in a stranger's gesture, the honesty in a quiet moment, the love that doesn't shout but shows up. We have to learn to observe without absorbing. You can notice the storm without letting it drown you. You can feel the weight of the world without carrying it all on your shoulders. Let yourself enjoy things without needing to justify them. Not everything needs to have a deeper meaning. You don't have to understand why something makes you happy for it to be worth experiencing. Let people be imperfect without making it your job to decode them. Not every change in someone's tone has a hidden meaning. Not every action needs to be dissected. Sometimes people are just people. They're complicated, inconsistent, and flawed, just like you are. And be present, even when your mind wants to escape into analysis. Stop trying to experience the moment from the outside. Listen to the conversation. Look around you. Let yourself actually be there. We have to take action, not because we have all the answers, but because we have enough. You don't need to know everything to take one step forward. One decision, one small move. That's how you break the paralysis. And we have to find our people, the ones who get it, the ones who also see too much, feel too deeply, and still choose to be kind. You're not alone in this. You never were. You just need to decide what deserves your energy. If you can recognize the manipulation, you can protect your peace. If you can see patterns, you can stop repeating the ones that hurt you. If you understand your emotions deeply, you can learn not to let every emotion control your actions. If you can see what is inauthentic, you have a chance to build a life that feels real. There is strength in choosing what deserves your attention. There is wisdom in knowing when to think and when to simply live. You can be observant without becoming cynical. You can be intelligent without becoming paralyzed. You can understand how cruel the world can be without allowing it to make you cruel too. Because being aware of a darkness doesn't mean you have to live in it. You can see everything that's wrong with the world and still appreciate what's right with it. So here's my message to you and to myself. Don't dim your light because the world feels dark. Don't silence your mind because it thinks too loud. Don't apologize for feeling everything. Yes, awareness can hurt, but it can also heal. It can guide. It can connect. It can create. The same eyes that see the flaws in the world can also see the hope that still lingers in the cracks. So keep seeing, keep feeling, but also keep living. You were given this depth for a reason. Now use it, not to escape the world, but to move through it with purpose and attention.